We have come a long way with TradFi, commodities and the crypto markets, but there is one saying that has solidified its time in the stone, and that is, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. This is exactly that kind of a time. While a few days ago everybody was very happy about the altcoin season and they were buying like crazy, right now when we have a slight dip in the market, a slight pullback, everybody is questioning if we are even going to get an altcoin season or is this another trap. In this episode guys, I'm going to share my thoughts and analysis on the Bitcoin's price action, and also guys, I'm going to show you the easiest way to make money in the next leg up, and that is going to be to go long at the right time on the right meme coins. And that is exactly what we are going to be discussing. I've got 6 setups ready for you. So if that is the type of content that you enjoy, then make sure guys that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button. And now guys, let's get right into it.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
So guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me yet again. Right here we have the chart of Bitcoin. I mentioned yesterday guys, if you have watched my video from yesterday, I was looking for this move towards the downside, right? Now we have a 5-wave structure that we are going to look for in this particular region. We have a wave 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 and a potential 5 that could end this correction right around here between $113,700 and $114,500. All right, this is basically a WXY correction where you have an ABC in your wave W, a 3-wave move in your wave X right around here, and then we have a flat in your wave Y, A, B and your C. All right, so right now we are forming the last wave towards the downside. You can also count this as a potential wave A, and this is your wave B, and now we are looking for our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure towards the downside in your wave C. All right, your most common price target, if this is a wave Y and not an ABC towards the downside, is going to be between 113,741 and 114,550. That is also where the CME gap is going to be filled. All right, now below that guys, if you are looking for an A, B and a C, then we definitely have these price zones, and these price zones are basically sitting around $110,700 and $112,400. So in my opinion guys, the probability of price action to actually go further deep towards the downside and the entire market crashing is significantly low at the moment. And the reason behind it is the fact that if you are going to look for a bearish case in this particular price action, then we are looking for a 1, and then this is your wave 2, and now we are looking for a big move towards the downside, which is going to be a wave 3. But this wave 2 is significantly longer in time compared to this wave 1, which is I think more than 5-6 times longer, which is usually not the case, which is not usually what you tend to see. All right, so definitely guys, we have a lot of confluence in this region. First off, you have a wave Y flat target box between 113,741 and 114,550. That is your first zone of support, and there is a very high possibility that we are going to bounce off from this region itself, because your 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame is also coming up into this region right around here, currently sitting around $113,600, which usually tends to be a very strong zone of support for Bitcoin in bull markets. All right, below that guys, we also have this zone of support sitting around 112,188, and also the wave C target box if you are looking for an A, B and C instead of looking for a W, X and a Y. All right, so this target box is sitting between 110,783 and 112,444. Definitely guys, when price comes into these boxes, the target boxes that I've mentioned right here, we have to observe the price action. We have to observe what kind of a reaction we do get from the price, and that is when you are going to go long. It is not going to be wise to actually place a limit buy order right here and just hope that you are going to nail the bottom, which is possible, because if you are using the Fibonacci's and the Elliott wave count correctly, then you are definitely going to get that exact bottom and that exact top as well. All right, but we don't know, right? So that is why it is important to observe the price action when the price actually arrives in our target boxes and our zones of interest. Now, when this actually happens, I will be mentioning inside Kshe's private if I'm going long on Bitcoin or if I am going to wait it out. All right. So if you are willing to get these setups, then definitely check out Karoshi's private. The link is given in the description section below. And that is also where you are going to get all of my altcoin setups, leverage trades with exact take profit target, stop loss, entry, and also the risk profile. So I always mention on each and every trade as well, if this is a high risk trade or if this is an easy trade, it's a low risk trade and all of that stuff. So that is where the fun is. And every single day you are getting an exclusive video update just before the London session. So you are ready for the US session. All right. That is something that you should definitely consider if you are interested. Now guys, moving on to the meme coin plays that I mentioned, but these are not the tiny degen meme coin plays. These are the larger cap meme coin plays. But this is where you can make money very easily, because if you nail the bottom on these, if you are able to get a very good entry point, then on leverage, on a 5x, 10x leverage, even more if you are an experienced trader, you can actually make enough gains, even more than what you would make in the degen space, trying to flip your meme coins from 200,000 to $1 million market cap and so on. If you're interested in the degen meme coins, then definitely guys, check out my previous 2 videos. I have discussed a lot of alpha over there. All right. But guys, before I get into the meme coin setups, I want to talk about Ethereum for a second, because Ethereum has recently started to outperform Bitcoin in price action. And right now we are getting a slight dip, a slight pullback on Ethereum as well with the rest of the market, of course, right? Now, in this case, guys, we are looking for a very crucial zone of support, and that is your white box right around here. This white box for me is sitting between 3322 and 3493. So between $3,300 and $3,500. If you get this kind of a dip on Ethereum, I would say that is going to hold pretty nicely, and we are going to see new highs very soon. And I'm talking about new all-time highs, which would mean close to $5,000 per Ethereum. All right. Now, it is also possible that we do not come back into this region, because as I mentioned on Bitcoin's price action, there is a slight possibility that we bounce off from around $113,000, $114,000, which is not so far from the current price point. While on Ethereum, we are still very far away from this white box. All right. So it's not a hard and fast rule that we are going to come back into this region. We can very well go further up from here onwards itself. But that has to happen today. And I would say that, price should not break below this low if it has to continue from here onwards. And this low is sitting around 35.74. All right. Otherwise, we're looking for a W, X, and a Y, and your Y price targets are sitting right here between $3,345 and $3,424, which is also coinciding with my white box. Now, this white box is a very strong zone of support. Let me just quickly shift it to the daily time frame so you will understand what I'm talking about. So first off, you have the value area high of this entire range for Ethereum. And then guys, you also have the 0.618 Fibonacci extension, which is your trend-based Fibonacci extension from this low to this high to this low right here. And then guys, of course, you have another crucial level of support sitting around $3,379. All right. Now guys, let's get right into the fun. And the first one that I want to talk about is going to be SPX 6900. This is now definitely a blue chip meme. I would not consider this different, or any meme that I'm going to basically talk about in this video, to be different from Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. If I was holding Dogecoin or Shiba Inu in this cycle, I would seriously guys, I would reconsider, and I would get into any of the 2 memes out of these 6 that I'm going to mention right around here. These are the safer bets. These are not your tiny low market cap coins, which can go back all the way down to 0 in the next 24 hours or even in the next 1 month. It's going to be very rare to see something like that happen on these meme coins, because the community in these meme coins is massive right now. All right. Now, coming back to the chart for SPX 6900, we can see that we very well have some sort of a cup and handle pattern. And then we have also broken out, currently finding support at the neckline sitting around $1.62. Now, I believe that there is a possibility, a slight possibility, that this could be a trap. And, we might come back down again one more time before finally breaking out. And the reason behind it is because of the Elliott wave count that I've seen on this particular chart. So let me just quickly show that to you as well. So basically, guys, if you look right here, we have our wave 1, and then we have a wave 2, then we have another 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this is your wave 3 potentially, and then this is your first wave 4. Now this is your wave 5, right? And this is your first wave 5. Now, because we have multiple 1, 2s right here, we are looking for multiple 4, 5s as well, right? Which would mean that we're looking for a 4 and a 5, and then another 4, 5, and then another 4, 5, 4, 5. All right, this is how the price action is going to continue. Now, this is not going to be similar in terms of the length of the price, because we might actually do something different, which is going to look something like this. Let me just quickly show that to you as well. So it might look something like this, 4, 5, and then another 4, 5, this is also quite possible, right? But definitely, I cannot tell you the exact price targets for SPX 6900, but what I can definitely tell you is the fact that we are in a very nice uptrend right now, and we are looking for multiple 4-5s. Now, because we can see right around here that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, this would basically mean that the move towards the downside should not go beyond the 0.618 Fibonacci extension from this high to this low, the last wave that we have counted so far. All right. And that level is sitting at 0.83. So that is your invalidation for the uptrend right now. All right. Apart from that, the most common zone of support for your wave 4 right now is sitting at the 0.236 Fibonacci level, and that is around 1.46. So if price comes back down right around here, there is going to be a very strong zone of support for SPX 6900 sitting around $1.46. We also have the daily 50 EMA coming right around here at $1.44. So there is a strong confluence right around here. Apart from that, there are a few other targets for wave 4 as well, which are going to be the 302 and the 0.5 Fibonacci level sitting at $1.17 and $0.99 respectively. All right. So make sure that you pay attention to price action, how the price is going to bounce off from these price zones if price comes back down. But in my opinion, there is a very high possibility that we at least come back down to $1.46 for SPX 6900 before we actually see another move towards the upside. All right. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have MOG. Now, this is one of the OG Ethereum memes right now. All right. And it has seen significant bounce ever since we got the lows back in April on the entire market, right? And you can easily count the waves here as well. Wave 1, wave 2, and we are looking for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Something like this is quite likely a possibility in this particular scenario. Inside of your wave 3, I think we are still in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So we are currently forming our wave 4, potentially looking for a breakout very soon. And your price target for this wave 3 indeed is sitting between 0.0000222197 and 0.0000269939. All right. And also, guys, if I draw a fib from the last highs right here to the last lows right around here, then basically you can see that your level of invalidation currently for the wave 4 is sitting at 0.0000111904. All right. So potentially, guys, we're looking for a bounce in this region, in my opinion, for MOG right here itself. If I zoom in a little bit further into this chart, then I can also drop my trend-based Fibonacci extension from the highs to the lows right around here, and then to the highs right around here. And then let's just toggle on the 1:1, which is going to get us this level from where we almost bounced off. This is exactly where we almost touched it, guys. So there is a possibility if price comes back down, we are going to get into this region, and this box is sitting between, I would say, 131 and 133. This is going to be a strong zone of support for MOG, in my opinion, currently sitting at 147. All right. You can add all of the zeros right around here because it's going to be a little tricky. All right. Anyway, moving on to the next one. The next one is going to be FARTCOIN, guys. And right here, you can see this is the exact setup that I shared inside Karoshi's private back around here on 27th of June. And now we have seen a 63% move up from our entry. And when you combine it with leverage, let's just say you put 5x leverage, then it is a 300% move, all right, which is a 4x. All right. So if you put in $1,000 of margin right around here, you're making $4,000. All right. If you have more leverage, let's just say 10x, then this is basically a 7x move. So from $1,000 to $7,000 within a matter of just 1 month, and that too on a very safe play. All right. Your risk was right around here. Your stop loss was 10% down and your TP was 63%. All right. But talking about the current situation, guys, you can see we got rejected on this trend line multiple times right around here. And the fourth attempt is where we actually broke out. Right now, price is retesting this region, which means that there is a high possibility we are going to continue higher on FARTCOIN. So this right around here is going to be a very good opportunity, in my opinion, to go long again on FARTCOIN. And your stop loss has to go below this low to be safe. And you can also put it right around here if you want to be a little aggressive and if you don't want to have a very big stop loss. Now for the targets, guys, we are going to draw a trend line from here to here. And then I'm going to drag this trend line all the way up around here. So your target is coming around $2.24. That is your next zone of resistance, or you can say take profit for this particular trade. So it's going to look very, very nice, guys. From here onwards, you can see this is your stop loss. This is your target. And you're getting another 70% move up on FARTCOIN. Now, this can again take, guys, another 1 month to actually complete all the targets. But you get the point, guys, because this is going to be much safer instead of getting into a meme coin that just launched. All right. So if you are trenching, that is fine. Of course, I do that too myself, and I do share a lot of plays inside Karoshi's private as well. We have been making a killing, by the way, in the last 3-4 days itself, even though the market has been going down, which is crazy enough. And if you want to join, the link is given in the description section below. But it is also important that you go long and short at the right time into the right assets, because this is going to be free money. And guys, talking about free money, I want to talk about a very important offer right now from Bluefin. So if you're going to join Bluefin from the link given in the description section below, then now you are going to get a $100 risk-free trade. Yes, guys, on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. These are the 3 coins where you can go long or short. And if you lose, Bluefin is going to refund you up to $100. All you need to do is trade within the time period, within the event time period. So you have to open and close the trade within the event time period. And I'll attach a banner right around here so you can check out all of the details. And the link is given in the description section below. So make sure, guys, that you do take advantage of it. Bluefin is a no KYC exchange, and this is my go-to exchange from where I trade all of the futures and perpetual calls that I share inside Karoshi's private as well. All right. Now, guys, coming back to the next play, which is going to be BONK. Now, this one is really, really good right now because of all of the BONK fun hype. And of course, guys, BONK fun has done something incredible by taking almost all of the mind share from Pump Fun. All right, now it really looks like we are going to see prices much higher from where we are currently trading at. And a lot of people have been asking me for BONK entries. And so let's just quickly discuss that as well, guys. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure towards the upside. Very nice impulse. Then we have a deeper wave 2. Now we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure towards the upside, which is probably your wave 3. Now we are looking for a wave 4, and then we look for higher prices. This chart is very clean and it is very easy to trade in my opinion. This is indeed the kind of chart where I would say that this trade is going to be the lowest risk among all of the other trades that I've mentioned so far on this particular episode. All right. So now right here, guys, what we can see is your 0.618 Fibonacci level is going to be your level of invalidation for a wave 4, which is very far away from the price, by the way. But there is something very interesting which you can also use instead of the 0.5 Fibonacci levels, and that is the wave 1 high. And your wave 1 high is sitting right around here. So I would say this is your invalidation instead of putting your invalidation right around here. All right. If you know about elliott waves, you know that wave 4 cannot come back and break below the highs of your wave 1. All right. So your invalidation is sitting right here at 0.0000257, which means you go long in this region and you're looking for higher prices on BONK yet again. All right. Now, to give you some very crucial levels of support, I would say that there is a possibility, a slight possibility that we see a move down right around here into this box between 276 and 293 and also 303. These 3 levels are going to act as strong zone of support and potential reversal for BONK in my opinion. So if price comes back into this region, this is where you go long. Your stop loss goes at 257 and you're looking for new highs. So even if you are looking for just the last highs that we have and you go long right around here, then you can see from the high, and this is going to be your stop loss. So you are getting a 1:3 risk to reward, which is still very nice, 38% towards the upside. And definitely, guys, because this is going to be a wave 5, it is going to be much bigger. All right. It's going to at least take us somewhere around here, which is likely a possibility for a wave 5. All right. So that would be another 50, 60, 70% move up on BONK as well. Again, a very good setup and potentially the lowest risk so far. All right. Moving on to the next one, guys. I know you were waiting for this. This is PENGU. Now, this one has exploded like crazy, guys. And that is precisely not just because that PENGU is a very big meme and something like that. Guys, you have to understand why PENGU did an 11x. It did it because it's an original IP meme. And that means that the character that they're talking about, the character that represents PENGU token, the IP or the intellectual property is with the team itself. All right, Pudgy Penguins. So it's not just betting on an idea or an art or a meme, it's betting on the entire ecosystem. And that is why I'm so bullish on Abstract Chain, because you will see a lot of these IP plays already sitting at just $300,000, $500,000 market cap right now. And if you want that video, guys, where I decode a lot of these tiny market cap meme coins on Abstract Chain, guys, make sure that you comment down below. If you comment down below and if I get at least 20 comments talking about Abstract Chain meme coin video, I will definitely drop that video for you all. And I can tell you guys, this is going to be the most alpha packed video that you will ever see if you position yourself correctly and if you watch it at the right time. All right. And that is also precisely the reason why I got myself a little bit more ETH in spot on this particular dip in the market, and I have transferred that over to abstract chain. All right. Now, coming back to PENGU. Now, guys, again, we have a nice wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your wave 1. Then we have a correction, which is your wave 2. Now we have our wave 3, which is also complete in my opinion. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we are going to do the same exact thing from the highs to the lows of your wave 2, right around here, high of your wave 3, right? And we are going to drop a Fibonacci retracement tool. Your invalidation for this case has to be right here itself, sitting at the 0.618 because your wave 1 high is even below it. All right. So again, because it has also done a nice 11x, the possibility of it retracing quite deeply from here onwards is also high, but it's not necessary, guys, because the minimum price target for a wave 4 is just the 236, which we have already done. All right. Below that, we have some crucial zone of support sitting at 0.0351. And then we have another zone of support sitting around here at 0.0290. So in this region, we are going to look for some sort of a bounce on PENGU, in my opinion. And if I go onto the 4-hour time frame, then you can see we are currently getting some support from the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is usually a very strong zone of support. So just in case we actually break below it and convert it into resistance, there is a possibility that price comes back all the way down to the 200 EMA, which is also going to grind back up. So I think for the next 1 week, PENGU token might see a little bit of correction or consolidation, to say the least, before we actually see new highs. So you can wait for PENGU, in my opinion, for the time being. But again, guys, if you see a breakdown from the 50 EMA and then price comes back up, reclaims it, that is going to be an interesting zone of support where, we might just continue higher and get into your wave 5, which is going to be again a big move towards the upside, which is going to be around like 30-40% up yet again. And you have to combine it with leverage 3x, 5x, and you get some insane returns yet again. All right. The mind share is still with meme coins. I have seen it multiple times that, meme coins are going to be dead and all of that stuff, all of that trash talk about meme coins. But then what happens is we get trash coin. So you have to understand, guys, that this cycle is definitely meme coin super cycle. And if you are also leverage trading, consider using these meme coins to trade because they have a lot of volatility. You can see how big these moves are. All right. From here onwards, we have got a nice 141%. And for the next move up as well, we got another 59% move. This is not something that happens on a lot of these other altcoins that you might be trading. All right. Moving on to the final play, we have POPCAT. All right. This one is also doing the same exact thing, but this one has lagged quite a bit. We have a wave 1 right around here. We have a wave 2 right around here. And now we are looking for a wave 3. But this one hasn't done much, which means that this is something that is still far behind in time compared to the other meme coins which have started to pump. So maybe the mindshare is not yet there for POPCAT, but if you're looking for cat meme coins, because I still believe that a lot of these cat meme coins are going to be a very big thing for this cycle, and POPCAT has been the leader for that. All right. And it's not like we haven't seen a big move on POPCAT. We did bounce off from here onwards all the way to these highs. It was a nice 5x move in the first wave. All right. Your third wave is going to be much bigger than the first wave itself. All right. So your wave 3 price targets are sitting right around here at around $1.08. And this is going to be my take profit target for this particular trade that I have on the chart itself. All right. You can put your stop loss below the wave 2 low as well if you wish, because I don't think, guys, the only way we are actually going to consolidate here and not go higher from here onwards is if we are forming a larger A, B and a C towards the downside in your wave 2. But if you compare the length of your wave 1 with your wave 2 in that particular case in time, then wave 2 is going to be significantly longer in time, which is usually very rare. All right. So this is what we have for POPCAT as well. And basically, guys, these are all of the plays that I have on my watch list right now for potential long setups, because this dip is just a trap in my opinion. And if you position yourself at the right place, you are definitely going to reap massive rewards. All right. Do not get trapped in this market. I mentioned about this dip yesterday itself. Go and watch my video from yesterday. I mentioned about the move down on Bitcoin when everybody was going long. All right. If you want to get these updates in real time, along with my altcoin setups, Bitcoin setups, and also my meme coin plays, the diligence plays, the low market cap meme coin calls, then definitely, guys, check out the first link in the description section below, and I will see you inside 𝗕𝗪𝗓𝗕's private. Apart from that, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I put up another update. That's all, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep hustling.
Never slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.